Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, 28 years later. Finally gonna watch it. I've been waiting for it. I'm excited for it, but I had to do what I told you I was gonna do. I had to watch 28 days later and 28 weeks later first. I've seen them. Actually, I saw 28 days later. I never saw 28 weeks later. I didn't know that. Jeremy Renner's in that one. But I wanted to make sure that I come into this fully aware. Now, you could go, I would recommend, if you haven't seen them in a while, check them out. You don't have to, because I'm going to help you out. And I'm also going to link up here some other guy that recaps it all. It's 15 minutes long, so I'm only give you like a minute of what happens. But Cillian Murphy's in the first one, phenomenal, wakes up in a hospital. What happens is, it started all off right in the beginning, this PETA group kind of people go in to rescue these chimpanzees who are being held captive. It seems like they're being experimented on. Well, they are. What they're trying to do is reduce rage in people. So they're experimenting on these chips by doing different things. They're injecting them. They're getting rage. And they are very contagious. So these chimps, through blood and through saliva, can get other people very sick. You're not creating zombies. You're creating people with super rage that can be killed like a normal person, but they're so aggressive and they come after you. And what happens is they come in to break out this laboratory. A chimpanzee attacks one of them, whatever, it spreads. That's the first 20, and then it wakes up, and Cillian Murphy wakes up in the thing 28 days later. That's how it all starts, right? And then he's wandering throughout London, finding other people, what's going on, got to find my parents, what's happening, all that fun stuff that goes along with this kind of a movie. And, you know, it goes on. But it basically, the whole story of that is how it takes over London. And maybe not everywhere else, right? So at first you're led to believe that it's just everywhere, the entire world's gone. Then maybe as it gets closer, it's like, oh, it's just London. Fast forward to 28 weeks later, and now it has spread longer. And the key point of the second movie is there's people who have two different colored eyes, and they're like the girl in The Last of Us. You'll see this in the thing if you watch the YouTube video. I did that earlier. They're carriers, but they're not impacted by it, right? So they can carry the rage virus, and they can spread it, but they're not going to be negatively impacted by it, right? So that's the real thing about that. And then, of course, because of what happens in that movie, it could spread even farther outside of, Europe and stuff like that. So that's really what you're missing from watching those two movies. There's a lot more detail, a lot of good stuff in it, great movies. Jeremy Renner is like a soldier in the second one who tries to save these two kids. Great. And what's his name? I can't remember his name. It doesn't matter. We're here to talk about this one, but I wanted to catch up real quick because that never happens to me. And I finally did it. I took the time for all of you. Aaron Taylor Johnson's in this. Jodie Comer, Ralph Fiennes is in it. And that's all I recognize. And that's all. I don't want to scroll anymore. This is obviously 28 years later. Let's see what it says. I know this is a long opening. I apologize, but you needed it. You needed it to get started like I did. A group of survivors of the rage virus. I knew it was rage. I didn't know it was rage virus. Live on a small island. When one of the group leaves the island on a mission into the mainland, he discovers secrets, wonders, and horrors that have mutated not only the infected, but other survivors. That's it. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Sorry for the long opening. Hopefully that helps. Let's check it out. I'll tell you what I think of the movie, but I'm excited. So hopefully you're excited. Stick around. I'll let you know what I think. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of 28 years later, and I don't know, mixed emotions, to be honest with you. Let me really be quick, because I know a lot of people don't make it to the end of these, because I'm usually long-winded. You do not have to watch the other two to watch this one. Nothing at all. All you have to know is that there was some sort of disease that's taking over the UK and Europe and whatever. Starts in London and spreads. That's all you need to know. This is a standalone film. There's no real ties besides that piece to this movie. Not that I can find anyway. Maybe there are. I haven't Googled it, but besides that piece of it, the people, that's it. And it stays out that way. So this is really a standalone in a place, I don't know where. I think they said it, but they've created this, sanctuary. I don't know, this society, this whatever, civilization where they all live, away from the infected. But there is the mainland, and they can go, when the tide is out, they can go over to this mainland and find these infected people and kill them and stuff like that. But they could stay on their little island and be safe, right? And Aaron Taylor, whatever his name is, I forget now what his name is, but he has a family and he has a son, and then when you get a certain age, you take him onto the mainland. It's like when like in real life, when fathers take their kids hunting, for the first time. Very similar. That's what he's doing. And so it's about their relationship, and they're the new characters. And that's really what's going on. And the mother's sick, whatever. And ultimately the son ends up wanting to help his mother and get her feeling better. And he wants to take her to the mainland to make that happen. And that's what it really happens. I just want to get that guy's name. But it's completely standalone. You got the same kind of battles and fights with Aaron Taylor Johnson. Sorry. So I was really hoping for that connection to the other one. This is written by Alex Garland. I was hoping for that. I wanted them all to connect together, and I don't know. I do believe that they're making more. I can't get this thing open. I do believe that they're making more that will connect. Like I said, Ralph Fiennes is in this. He's in later in the film. You've probably seen the Pyramid of Skulls. I think that's the next one's going to be called, something like that. 28 whatever, Pyramid of Skulls, which I think are going to connect at least these two movies. And there's a lot to play from that. I think they can grow from this one, but there's not really a tie back to Cillian Murphy and everything else that we've seen. So I really wanted that. I don't know how they could have done it, but it seems like now all three of them are separate movies, with the only thing really tying them together is the fact that they're in London, UK, Europe, and it's the rage disease. So overall, fun, interesting. You get it. I think I don't have to explain it any more than what I've been saying. I didn't really want to look at this, but this thing is driving me nuts. This did get 6.9 on IMDb. 93,951 people rated it so far. So there you go. That's what I got. Like I said, this one was written by Alex Garland and directed by Danny Boyle. Sorry, I should have known that one. And 28 days later, I should know this too, but I just want to make sure I'm right. Yeah, same thing. So same writer, same director. They just did a different storyline. There you go. That's what I got. I don't want to keep going on because I know the beginning was a lot longer. So thanks for sticking with me on all this. Check it out. It's worth the watch for two reasons. One, still a good film, even though I'm slightly disappointed. But two, I guess, whatever. 1A, 1B is I do believe they're building off of this and creating more storylines around this specifically, and maybe they'll tie back to the other two. I don't know, but at least I think they're going to definitely tie back to this one. So this is a must-see. And the first two films were so good, you got to watch them anyway. So check them out. All right, that's it. Hopefully I was helpful in some form or fashion. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.